Todd with Reason Files. A gentleman calling himself Friendly Atheist has made a arrogant claim that he is the one that got Steven Anderson's YouTube shut down. I seriously doubt this. If you notice in the title of the article, it claims YouTube has shut down Steven Anderson, and he proceeds to go on right there at the first line, I got Steven Anderson's YouTube shut down. Obviously delusional, in my humble opinion. Everybody to the Wayback Machine. Destination, February 23rd, 2019. Hang on.
Was there anything you want to add about the recent split up or anything like that for the story or anything? Anything you want to get out there? Anything you'd like to comment?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, there's a few things I want to say. So first of all, you know, I'm very disappointed in the way that Adam Fannin reacted to Pastor Shelley being, you know, ordained as the pastor. I'm very disappointed that he exploited a horrible situation with Brother Romero to campaign for more power and, you know, play on people's emotions and make everybody believe that there's some sort of conspiracy going on in Fort Worth, which is completely unfounded, and there's zero evidence that points to Pastor Anderson or Pastor Shelley doing anything wrong at all in Fort Worth. So to create this story about a conspiracy and you know, it's just and kick us while we're down after the Brother Romero thing comes to light was very, very disappointing for somebody that I thought was my best friend, and you know, that's really all I have to say. I mean, I'll never have anything to do with him ever again.
I'm going to make some short comments here. You need to remember that this interview took place in February of 2019. Also, Ben mentions the word conspiracy a couple times. Oddly enough, he was part of the conspiracy. There was secret meetings in Fort Worth that Reason Files is aware of. Also, Ben, Utzler, Chambers, and whoever else was on the ground visiting casinos. We know this. Ben totally neglected to mention any of that in the interview, but I'm going to continue on with the interview and let the listeners hear this.
Ben, just from my perspective and a few other people I've talked to, a lot of people seem to think that Steven Anderson, Pastor Steven Anderson, was very hungry to tie Adam Fannin to Romero's sin. Did it appear that way to you?
No. I think the only reason why people got skeptical is because most of the sins took place in Jacksonville, and so Adam Fannin, having been this guy's best friend, it only made logical sense to question whether there was something going on there, which is, you know, I think the responsible thing that anybody would do is, you know, when you have somebody's best friend who also happens to be running a church in the same city that most of the sins were committed, then it's just common sense to at least look at it, look at the situation, and determine whether or not there was any wrongdoing. So I think it was just common sense.
Aware of anything, or due to, I mean, are you aware of any evidence that's came forward since all this? I mean, I'm sure there was some kind of investigation. Is there any kind of evidence out there at all that ties Adam Fannin to the sins of Romero that you're aware of? Or that you...
So I don't want to comment on any of that because
okay. Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to make a statement that would not be
True.
that my pastor would want me to be making.
So there you have it. Ben doesn't want to make no statements that his pastor wouldn't want him to be making. Yet initially he tells me that no, there's no evidence tying Fannin to anything that Romero did. His answer, like I said initially, was no, due to the fact that he was involved in shady dealings with the prostitutes, the casino, the bar, and whatever other freaks that he talked to in the casino. Also, we're going to skip ahead here a little bit. We're going to look at, I asked Ben about a incident that took place in Jacksonville, and I believe it happened in September of 2018. Romero was in town. Romero, when he went to Jacksonville, oddly enough, Romero stayed at a hotel that was clear across town from the church there in Jacksonville. Obviously, with double rooms being involved in Romero's activities in Jacksonville, we know why he was staying on the other side of town. Still yet, in September, when Romero came there to preach, he preached for about 15 minutes, to my understanding, and got tongue-tied and apparently some issues, and a prayer was said, and the service was ended. Reason files theories that probably after a night of heavy drinking, ingesting cocaine, and who knows, maybe even marijuana, we don't know. But nevertheless, perhaps some kind of side effect or whatever from Romero's heavy partying at the hotel. But let's listen.
There was a report, and I'd like to know if he was there for the service, but allegedly, during his service in Jacksonville, Donnie Romero broke down in the middle of the service, became tongue-tied or something. Can you comment anything on that, please?
Yeah, basically he preached a sermon and he lasted 15 minutes maybe, and then he stopped preaching and said, "Let's pray," and left. So that was what happened. At the time I thought he might have been sick, and that could be true, where he was just sick. I mean, I don't know. But he did stop preaching. I think it was in September.
Okay.
He came in, he preached his message, and he basically quit preaching after a few minutes and left the building.
I personally apologize for all that background noise, and I do not know what them people are saying, but at the time of the interview, I'm just going to note it, I was over at a family member's house, and they are sinners over there, so if any language or whatever they were talking about in the background has nothing to do with me or the Reason Files. Also, I never had no plans on ever releasing this video. This video was meant for Robert Tuttle's ears only, and what he does is he listens to the interview, transcribes it, and uses what he needs out of that for the Reason Files web pages. Okay, moving forward. I end up giving Ben the last word, and you can clearly hear what he says. If you need any information on Adam Fannin, I'm your man. Also, it should be noted, I never did talk to Ben the Baptist after this conversation, but let's listen.
As far as like all that, yeah, I mean, as far as like what money was used for what and all that, I wasn't involved, so I don't have that, but you know, I'm your guy if you need any info on, you know, what went on here at Stedfast Jacksonville with Adam Fannin. That was more my realm.
Okay. Well, Ben the Baptist, I really appreciate your time for the interview. Like I said, my name's Todd Ferguson, and if I have any further questions, or my colleague does, I'll definitely give you a call back if that's okay with you, sir.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll email you a copy of the article when it comes out. Okay?
Very cool.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right. All right, you too. Bye.
So, there you heard it. Reason Files out.